Man, it was probably like 20 degrees, 10 degrees out, and then we probably grabbed, man, actually, it's so funny. I'll edit this part in. I'll roll a clip of us getting all the chinchasha and then cutting it up to make dream catchers for everyone because we had to cut them up really tiny. And we had like one of our rooms completely full of chinchasha all over the floor. It was everywhere. It was in my hair. I don't know, but it was hilarious. Good
Yep,
times,
yep.
though. Alrighty, welcome everyone to this week's Clan podcast. My name is Jonathan Buehlmann. I'll be your host today. Real quick, I just want to introduce myself. How Madakiapi, Dakota Ia, Abdo Dona Imakiapido, Washichu Ia, Jonathan Buehlmann Amakiapido. Hello, my relatives. In Dakota, my name is Many Shoulders, and my English name is Jonathan Buehlmann. Ihanktawan in Oglala from South Dakota. I have a lot of family living in South Dakota and kind of all over the place. But recently, not recently, but like before I was born, my family moved to Minneapolis. My grandma, my family, we all came to Minneapolis. Just my immediate family. So then I've been living in Minneapolis my whole life, basically. I moved away from Minneapolis, but I still work in the community. I hang out in the community. Little Earth is my home. That's where my parents live right now with my siblings. So that's enough about me, but I just want to introduce our newest employee, our newest staff member. Actually, he's not really super new, but you guys probably see him around all the time. But he's our newest clan staff employee for the past couple months here. But go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hello. My name is Hoksichla Chante Mayuha, which means child of my heart. That name was given to me by my mom at birth. But people call me Sonny. My auntie actually couldn't pronounce that, so then she was like, well, this boy's named Sonny. So that ever since then, everybody been calling me Sonny. So that is my name. My last name is Metcalf. My mother is Nick Metcalf. So born and raised in South Minneapolis, just as much as anybody else is. I like to see myself as a first generation that has lived here. Everybody else but me, I was born and raised in literally in South Dakota in Rosebud Sioux Tribe. That is where I am enrolled. Yeah, I've been working with Clan probably for about I want to say 5 months probably. It's been a really fun experience. Good times, good laughs. It's nice to be in the community. I have worked outside of the community until recently. So it's been kind of like a culture shock, I'd say, because just seeing all these native people and interact with each other and have good times, good laughs. It's refreshing, I'd say. It's really refreshing.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Sonny. So where did you work before? Or okay, let's start. How did you even find out about Clan? How do you know about Clan? What is Clan? I know this is we haven't had a podcast in a while, so I just want to kind of refresh on everything. So Clan, so that's Culture, Language, Arts Network. I've been working with Clan for the past almost 3 years now, coming up almost on 3 years now. You guys see me a lot at drum and dances, a lot of on our social media. Yeah, my name is Jonathan Buehlmann again. So yeah, you guys see me a lot. So I just want to say, yeah, how did you find out about Clan? How do you know Clan, or how did you start working here with us?
Yeah. So as anybody probably knows, that I am literally the right-hand man to Jonathan. So if you see him, you see me. And it's kind of been like that for probably 10 years. And I think our friendship has been going on for 12. So I heard about him from him, obviously. So I was previously working at Owamni, the downtown Native American restaurant in Minneapolis. I worked there ever since they were open until recently, probably in November of 23. Yeah, it was that was a good experience. I definitely wanted to, partake in being in the restaurant life probably for the next 30, 40 years, but I seen a whole different feel of my life taking a different course, and I was more wanting to try something new than not. And yeah, it was just super fun to consider even working in the community, because I grew up in really down the block, in the community, and have come to the Indian Center for, just as everybody else, since they could walk, put some moccasins on, I've come to all the powwows, come to all the basketball open gyms, seen my family members play volleyball, all the events that you could think of that happened at the Indian Center. I've come to at least to try to be around my people. And that's how, I don't know, I think that's how I basically come to wanting to be in the Indian Center and work for Clan, because I was just felt like it was right.
Yeah, fun fact. It's kind of funny now, but I feel like everyone has to go through a rite of passage, and it's almost everyone started with the fan program that has worked with Clan. It's kind of funny. Actually, it's just me and Sonny right now, but it's kind of funny because we both started with the fitness and nutrition program here at the Minneapolis American Indian Center. We both started out as fitness, kind of like fitness coordinators or fitness assistants with FAN, and then a little bit about me. Actually, I'll take a step back just so you can kind of get an understanding of how I started here at the Minneapolis American Indian Center. So 3 years ago, I seen a job posting for a fitness activities assistant, and I was like, heck yeah, I love sports. I love playing basketball. I love working out. And then at the time, I didn't have a job, or actually, I was working at the Mall of America, working retail, and I don't know. I just kind of been working retail for about 5 years, so I just kind of was getting over just kind of just working for people that I didn't really want to work for. Or really, I don't know. It's just like you just kind of just get over something and you just want to move on to something else in your life. So I seen the job posting, and then it's so funny. So Colette Lawrence is the fitness and nutrition program director. I didn't have any of her contact at the time, but I really knew Cheryl Sokola. She's Clan's director, but I really knew Cheryl Sokola, so I texted her and I was like, hey, I see that there's a job posting. And I've sent my resume. I've emailed Colette, and she didn't get back to me at all. So I texted Cheryl. I was like, hey, Cheryl, is there a way that you can let Colette know that I applied and I want to work? And then she took a while. She got back to me, and then actually it's so funny. My mom, Stella Point, was like, hey, Cheryl, my son Jonathan applied for the FAN program. When can he start? So I was like, holy smokes. So then, then I ended up reaching out to Cheryl myself. And then finally, Colette called me back. She's like, hey, come interview. Came, interviewed, and I ended up getting the job. And I was working for FAN for almost like half a year. Almost a half a year. I think I started in May, like 2021, working for FAN, and then did a lot of the fitness activities, basketball, volleyball, archery. Try to start youth like fitness classes so they can get youth to learn how to use proper gym equipment. At the time, Johnny Crow just left FAN, sadly. I really looked up to Johnny. I still look up to Johnny Crow. He's an awesome person. But he just left FAN, and then he went on to a different career pathway, so I respect to him. But he just repainted the whole gym in the basement of the old Indian Center before it was remodeled. So I was like, man, this is really awesome, man. We have all new. I mean, we had a new like equipment. We had some awesome cardio equipment, and then he just like I said, he just repainted the whole fitness center. So I was like, man, this is awesome. So I got to do that for half a month, and then it came down to us moving. Relocating to a off-site location, or just a rented space for the staff, because the building is being renovated. So we didn't have a gym no more. We didn't have a fitness center. So it was really hard for me to stay busy. So it was like I would always help out Clan. Clan always came to me. Cheryl Sokola always came to me. She was like, hey, Jonathan, we need someone to do sign-ins. We need someone to help us do sign-ins. Make sure no one's smoking outside. We don't want anybody smoking tobacco outside, or just smoking cigarettes or vaping. We have elders. We have children here. We don't want anybody kind of walking through any of the smoke or getting sick or anything. We just got to keep that in mind. And then so I was like, yeah, I'll help you out. Easy peasy. So I came over, and I would always help sign-ins, watch the door, make sure no one was coming in and being rugged, or telling people if they're under any influence, like, hey, sorry, you can't be here right now. We love the community, but we just don't want anybody under any bad influence coming here. So we just tell them, hey, we love you here, but you just got to come back sober. So that's what I usually used to do. And then finally a job opened, and then at the time, really funny. Manny White Eagle, he was the activities coordinator for Clan. He texted me, called me, and he was like, "Hey man, there's a job opening. Don't worry. You can come work for Clan." He texted me, and I was like, "Whoa, what, really?" I don't know if you know Manny, Sonny, but Manny, yeah, he was he really awesome worker. He used to do the podcast for us way back in the day, a couple years ago now. Jeez, but yeah, Manny was like, "Hey man, there's a job opening," and I was like, "What, really?" And then he's like, "Yeah, it's my job." I was like, "Oh, whoa, wait, what? Oh, wait, what?" Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, no, I mean, I found a different I found another job, and it just is something that's more entitled in my field, because he's really into history." So I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then he was like, "Yeah, come talk to Cheryl." So I came to talk to Cheryl. Like I said, I was always helping out, but I was also doing the fan things. But then like I said, we didn't have a gym, we didn't have a fitness center, so it really helped out that I was like, oh man, I just didn't know what I was gonna do for the next couple 2 years that the building's being renovated if you didn't have any equipment, we didn't have a gym. So I was like, I was kind of nervous. But then Manny texted me, he's like, "Man, there's a job opening, come talk to Cheryl." So I go talk to Cheryl, and she's like, "Yes, we need someone right now." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So then that's kind of how I started with Clan. It was just like, okay. And then I kind of pivoted from Fan and moved over to Clan, and I would always help out Fan if they ever needed any help. Colette, awesome boss, awesome program director. And then Andy was working for their Nest program, that's Native Elders Support team. So yeah, he used to do he did that. That was really awesome. And then yeah, that's how I started for Clan. Yeah, go ahead, Sonny. Tell me your story. I mean, it's a little longer story, but yeah, that was kind of funny.
That was funny because I totally spaced that thought out. That I indeed as well started in Fan. I worked there for like two months. Like I said, in like November to December. Yeah, there was like nothing that we could do. You had basketball at East Phillips gym once a week, and then after that you would just kind of just float around. But I would definitely help out with the Nest whenever I was asked to by Colette and Andy. Go visit the Elders Lodge every now and then. Throw my face out there.
Drop off elders meals. How was that? Yeah. Yep. No, actually, tell us that funny story about. I think it was Thanksgiving. Was it Thanksgiving or Christmas? It was Christmas dinners or something. It was super funny. I just remember Sonny was walking around with the big giant coat on. It's like, "I'm freezing." And I'm like, "Bro, what?" It's like at the time I think it was like December or January, but it was like. Easily it was like 50 degrees out, 50, 60. And if you're Minnesota, if you're in Minnesota, and you're like, that's not that cold. But it was super funny because he was walking around with the big coat on. And I was like, what the heck, this guy?
It was funny because it was I think I was like in my week 1 or week 2. They were like, "Come on, we're going to go start delivering turkeys." I'm like, all right, yeah, I don't know how we're going to do this, but let's do it, So I was super pumped off of just like, being there for the first time, trying to show that I can, have some good work ethic, which I still do. And then it was funny because then they were like, "All right, get in the van." I'm like, "Okay, how many turkeys are we delivering?" I thought it would be like, like a little list of like 10. No, that was not the case. It was like 80 turkeys or something crazy. Yep. It was freezing outside. I had my winter jacket on. I had like long johns under my pants. Yeah. Like when Sonny's cold, when he got long john under his pants. Like like I don't like layering up. But it was pretty funny because like our offsite meeting space was like, I don't know, like 1 block away from where we were doing the turkeys at. So every now and then I'd come over to the office, warm up, shiver for a little bit, bones, clacking.
I know, I see you walking around with a cup of coffee. You're like, "Oh, save me." I was like, "Whoa, what's going on right now?" Because at the time, I didn't know what the fan was doing. I didn't know that they were handing out turkeys. So I was just like, I'd walk over to their office and I was like, "Hello?" And then nobody was in there. So I was like, "Oh, okay, they must be busy." And then Sonny would come back all frozen, the cup of coffee, just warming up right now. I was like, "Holy."
It was funny because when I got like super all hot and sweaty, worked up, trying to load all the turkeys into the van, then you go outside for 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe even, I can't remember how long we were out there. We were there for a long time. And I just instantly cooled off, and I was like, all right, well, this is cold sweat, So I'm like, I'm definitely freezing. So I had a sweater on, a long sleeve, my like really nice thick winter jacket, and they're like, all right, Sonny, go sit out there in that powwow chair outside, and we'll sit in this nice warm van. No, I'm just kidding. They were like, come inside whenever you want to. We got the heat on, and it was fun. I actually had a good time because then I got to meet everybody thoroughly. My coworker Joe Regenti. Got to meet Colette really well, and Andy. Yeah, there was just good people. It was good vibes. It was fun to actually put my face out there to the elders when they pulled up, and they were like, "Hey, who's this new guy?" And I had to formally meet everybody, which was nice because like I said, I haven't worked in the community ever, and people don't know who I am, and it's finally good to go to the older age group and put my face out there because they I see them now every day at the Indian Center, and I see them, they like wave at me, they're like, "Hey, how's the kids going?" Like, "How's everything going?" And I visit for a little bit, and if anybody knows me, I'm not the visiting type because I've worked in the restaurant industry for quite some time, so you just sit there and you're just in your own little zone and you don't talk to anybody. So whenever you come to the Indian Center, you kind of got to figure out how to socialize and talk to these people and be genuine and be your true self and just be a good person to everybody and just be nice. It's cool. It was fun working with Fan, and now that that is the similar story with Jonathan. Actually, was working with Fan, and then on my downtime I'd say work with Clan, because I would literally like see Clan, like the Clan guys, Jonathan, Cheryl, Misko, Gimme Mama when she was here with us, and May May, and they would consistently be doing something every other day, and I'd be like, okay. Like working in the restaurant industry, you need to be doing something all the time, and you can't sit still. You need to whenever you're sitting still, you're not working. Like the motto is, if you got time to lean, you got time to clean. So then it was kind of like that motto, So I was like, all right, my hands need to be doing something. So I remember my first time meeting Cheryl was like, we were filling up heating pack bags and all these little kits of, I feel like was it rice, socks, rubber bands, and just like essential oils.
Real quick, I just want to tell that story because it was really funny. I think it was Sonny's like either first or second week working just at the Indian Center in general. We were Clan. We do a monthly. It's a monthly family fun night. So every month we have a family fun night that has like a cultural traditional theme that we also have and it's infused with language, so we teach Ojibwe and Dakota with our family fun night, or there's some kind of teaching behind it. And then at that time, I think we were doing, I think it was either January or no, it was January.
Mm-hmm.
So we were me, Meme, Gwesi, and we went to go film Rocky. We went to go film Rocky, and the whole theme of that month's family fun night was I'm gonna say was it Cedar?
Cedar
No,
teachings.
no, it wasn't Cedar. It was
Swamp tea.
It was either Swamp Tea or it was Red Willow. I think it was Red Willow.
Yep.
It was Red Willow, because then
Chinchasha.
Chinchasha. So then me, Meme, Misko, we went to go gather Chinchasha. Everything. It was really fun, really, really hilarious, man. It's just the funny things that like Clan will be doing like behind the scenes to get everything going. And then we're all just a group of funny individuals. There's some characters, so it's just like if you ever see us, hang out with us, we're just always getting into some kind of something funny. But
talk about me freezing doing the turkeys. I know you guys are freezing.
I know. Oh my God, we had to go pick Chinchasha, and then man, it was probably like 20 degrees, 10 degrees out, and then we probably grabbed, man. Actually, it's so funny. I'll edit this part in. I'll roll a clip of us getting all the Chinchasha and then cutting it up to make dream catchers for everyone, because we had to cut them up really tiny, and we had like one of our rooms completely full of Chinchasha all over the floor. It was everywhere. It was in my hair. I don't know, but it was hilarious. Good times though. But no, that I was going back to the rice heat packs. I think it was either your first or second week working with us. You were just walking by and you're like, what's going on in here? And then we had probably like 40 or 30 Aldi's bags full of then we also went and bought probably 100 pounds of rice, just because we were filling them up with those rice heat packs. And then Sonny just walking by was like, hey, what you guys doing? And then he came in and he was like just helping us fill each bag, because in every family fun night we do 25 kind of like art kits where we give people everything that we do in the family fun night. We give them the food, we give them what the activity is, we give them a language list. But yeah, Sonny came and helped us fill the bags, and now we didn't even have to ask him. He was just like, "What you guys doing?" "Okay, I'm helping you out."
Yeah, it was more like I heard like a lot of people laughing in the conference room. I was like, all right, I gotta see what's going on. Who's the funny guy in here? You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, so I just got attracted into like the good vibes, and it was definitely something that stuck. And it was fun because Cheryl definitely got the impression where I was, going to be helpful, and I think that's what kind of, started the thought of me getting into Clan. So it was kind of cool because, I don't know, Clan's kind of like like the work in like the restaurant industry for me is like, you know, we're consistently doing something. We don't have time to sit around and do something like today, you know, like we had like a couple hours to ourselves and we just wanted to make a podcast, and me and Jonathan are just having a good time, maybe tell some stories, you know, get to know each other, or have the, you know, community get to know us, which is fun because, you know, like I said, I've been around a lot, and you know, people, I don't get the time to socialize, you know, and it's cool. So
yeah, and then it's really cool because then yeah, Sonny's been working with us for quite a bit now, and we haven't really, or he hasn't really shown his face on our social media platforms yet, because then we just want people to know who we are and what we do. So yeah, so Family Fun Night every month, and then and a little bit more about me too. I also do the drum and dances. I coordinate all the drum and dances for us. I get all the drummers together. I get the dancers together. It's right now it's every week, every Wednesday at the newly renovated Minneapolis American Indian Center. And then I'll segue into the next topic. So clan talk, Sonny. So yeah, I'll keep going with your story. How did you get into clan? Go ahead.
Yeah. So I guess we can just go from that. So Cheryl got to know me a little bit more and see how much I would work. And then I'd ask Colette, I'm like, hey, do you need me to do anything? Can I go, you know, help out, go film, what's his name at the time? Rocky. I remember I went to go film them with Rocky, and I didn't understand any of this technology stuff, you know. I didn't understand the cameras behind it. I didn't understand all the technology, like I said, all the editing software. But we went to go film Rocky. I was like, hey, Colette, can I go for a couple hours? She's like, yeah, you know, you're not doing anything, so go ahead. And I did. You know, one trip came to 2, then 2 trips came to 3. Then I was like, I seen that they had a job posting for technology assistant 2 and data management. So then I'm like, Jonathan, you think I should do it? And then he's, you know, being a good friend, he was like, go ahead and do it. He was like, most likely we'll get it because, you know, Shara kind of knows who you are. Meme knows who you are. Misko. You know, we all got along. You know, we'd laugh, have good times, got the job done. So then eventually I just ended up putting the job posting in there. It was a formal, obviously, interview. You know, had multiple candidates that could have took it as well. So I was kind of thankful that, you know, I was the one to, you know, take that position. So I know I didn't list my my job title, but I am the technology assistant 2 and data manager. So I kind of do all the drum and dance sign-ins, like Jonathan said. He does drum and dance. I do all the sign-ins. I kind of know who comes in, who doesn't come some days, and you know, I see whenever somebody's missing. You know, I kind of know. I'm like, oh man, I'm like, they didn't want to come this week. You know, I'm like, okay, you know, they might have had something going on, but I can see things like that, and I kind of like, you know, you get to know everybody slowly. You know, like nobody knows me, but I know you guys. You know, and that's the funny part. That's the really funny part. So yeah. I know I need to get better about, you know, shaking a hand, getting to say hi, how are you, how's the family, you know. But in due time, I will be more professional about that, I would say. And then, and then in January, they just picked me up. They wanted me to work with them. I showed that I can do some editing. I have done some of our editing for our videos. I've tagged along to go film Vern on his food demos for Family Fun Night. I helped just, you know, tag along, learn as I'm working, which is super thankful because, you know, some jobs don't let you do that, you know. They're like, hey, we need the specific person, you know, and you need to know what you're doing when you get here. But no, Cheryl really, really was like super, like, I'm super thankful for her because, you know, she let me come in with like not as much as I thought I should have. And I've definitely have not let her down, I would say, you know, which is awesome because not a lot of people would take risks, you know. And ever since then, I just feel like the shoe fits well here in Clan, and I just can't wait to see how everything else pans out over time and how awesome we get. Because I know this is just the beginning, you know. Me and Jonathan always talk about this. This is just the beginning. We're literally like, we're trying to get our feet wet and understand how things feel. And yeah, it's just super cool because, you know, there's like, we have all these thoughts and ideas of like what can happen, what can we do, what should we do. And like I said, we literally have some downtime right now and we want to do something, we make something of it.
Yeah, and then it's really cool too because then I really like Sonny's work ethic. I mean, it's funny too because then I've known Sonny for years, so it's not our first time working together either.
Yeah.
So actually, let's go even further back. Like, man, like 7 years or so.
2016.
I think my first job ever, like my first actual job ever, was working at Champ Sports at the Mall of America. It's part of like Foot Locker's branch of shoe stores. So yeah, I was working at Champs maybe like a year or so, and then Sonny at the time I was 16, so I just turned 16. I got a job at Champ Sports, and then at the time Sonny was like, "Hey man, can you help me find a job?" Or, "Hey, I'm just looking to work." And I was like, "Hey, you know what? I'll talk to my manager, see what happens." And then he applied, and then so unfortunately. I don't think he ended up getting it right away.
Yeah.
Because then he started working at Nestle.
Yeah, my side of the story is kind of funny because like I feel like all the Champs people, they had all these collection of shoes before they got in. They had like a cool swag to them. You know, they look cool. They always like had a clean haircut. And then there's me working in the food industry, and that's where I started. It was at Nestle Toll House and selling cookies. At the Mall of America. You guys should have seen me at that time. I swear I came home with like 20 packs of cookies. Like I would eat cookies like crazy, and I probably gained like 20-30 pounds just working that job. But I had a lot of ices, you know, and that was the funny part is like I networked through that job because the manager at Champs, her name was Beth, and she would come, you know, see me. I'd be like, "Hey Beth," you know, just like she didn't even know who I was, but you know, just put my foot in the door, and then soon enough, I think Jonathan told her about me. She came to visit me every now and then. I'd, you know, sneak a cookie or two to her. But hey, you know, I put a job in.
Well, the funny thing is though is so Sonny's name. Let's go back. Okay, so Sonny's actual government name is
Hoksitula Chante Mayuha.
Yes. So when he applied, his resume said Hoksitula Chante Mayuha, right? So I'm telling my manager, I'm like, "Hey, Sonny this, Sonny that," and then actually, let's take a real quick break.
And we're back.
Yeah, and we're back. Sorry about that brief. No, that one's still good. It can just keep going. Okay. So back to the story. So Sonny's real name is Hoksitula Chante Miuha, and then I was telling my manager, I was telling the assistant manager, I was telling there was two managers. Our other manager was Halsey Schnabel. She's my favorite. She's awesome. But shout out to Halsey. But so I was telling everyone his name. I was like, "Hey, his name's Sonny this, Sonny that." And then finally one day, I think Beth or Halsey calls me in their office. They're like, "Hey, is this Sonny?" And I was like, "Hold up, let me see." And then you could see all the names of everyone that applies, and then I got to see all the names that people applied, their resumes and everything. And I was looking through, and I was like, "Oh, this ain't him, this ain't him, this ain't." I was like, "Oh, there's Sonny right here." And they're like, "Oh, we put him in the pile of we just couldn't say his name, so it was just hard for me to call him back." So I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Well, call him," you know. And then they called him, and then next thing you know, Sonny's working with us, and it was I think he worked with us, man, like 2 years.
Yep, 2 years. I think that at that time that was my longest job I had at the time. And got to meet a lot of people. Got to get to know people. Got my social skills up a little bit.
Yeah,
that was the big one. That was the huge one. I got a lot of social skills working there. You know, I got to hang out with people at my age. Got to, you know, obviously sell shoes. So then you got to know how to talk to people, and you got to know how to be like, "Hey, you know, what's up with these pair of insoles? You want some insoles for these?" You know, like it was funny because you know people are like, "I just want shoes. What are you trying to do right now? You know, why are you trying to sell me this?" And, you know, you just kind of like had a little, a dash of charisma and a little bit of a good smile. You know, you never know. He can get you places.
Man, just thinking about all those, there's like so many stories about Champ Sports, Foot Locker. Like, honestly, we could probably do an episode on just like stories about like back in the day cafe, you know, like just some funny things we saw, some crazy things we saw, or like, just, I don't know. There's a lot of things. I don't want to talk about too much in this episode, but it was just like maybe another one, and we'll talk about like old funny Champs Foot Locker stories because they're just hilarious. I mean, it's just funny the things I get into in my life. I would always just think, man, I could probably write a book on this in my life, and it's just the funny things that happen.
For sure.
I'm a whole character, you know.
Yeah, maybe over time we'll start inching out little stories here and there because I know we have so many work stories and so many like people that we met and places we've been together. You know, we traveled somewhere together with Champs, and that's a whole different story. I don't want to go too far in, but that was a good time right there, and that was our first job ever working together, and it was kind of cool. It was super fun.
I mean, I already knew Sonny's work ethic, and then so I was like, man, we should just hire Sonny. Back when he was working with Fan, I was like, man, Sonny's awesome. maybe he doesn't know a lot now, but it's like how when I first started with Clan, I didn't know a lot about technology. I didn't know a lot about cameras. I didn't know a lot about audio or different editing softwares or how Facebook Live works. But I mean, like, just over time, I mean, if you really like put the effort in, you really try, you learn a lot of different things. And then I'd say the main thing that really like it's really awesome is about I mean, I always say, like, we really want to uplift our Native men that are sober, that are really trying to do good. Especially Sonny's a dad.
Oh yeah.
We get to talk about that part, but Sonny Metcalf is a dad.
Yep.
If you guys didn't know that, he has. I'll say that for him to say, but and then no, I feel really good about just uplifting Native men that do positive things. You know, if they work out, if they have a job, if they just do good things, you know, if they try to stay sober, and if they take care of their women, you know, or take care of their women, take care of their kids, it's just awesome. And then and it rubs off too, because if you're around good men, you know, I mean, you get to see good things happen,
like a role model.
Yeah, you know, I mean, and right now, let's segue into our next topic, Clan Talk. So that's so Clan is Culture Language Arts Network, and then Talk is Technology Assisted Language Keepers. So yeah, I mean, now we work with a lot of kids. It's like not an after school program. It's just a new project we started. It's more centered around, we're trying to recruit Native youth, or just recruit youth 12 to 19 to learn some technology with us, learn how to do a podcast, learn how to make a video, learn how to edit a video, do a food demo with Vern, you know, or do some awesome things. And then we really try to incorporate the language. So Dakota, Ojibwe, Memegwesi does an awesome job with our language classes online. And now he does in person with the youth, so that's really awesome. And then we are still looking for a Dakota language instructor or teacher, full-time job. Just if you know anyone, I don't know when this video will be posted, but I'm just gonna throw that out there right now. Throw some good vibes out there. That we still need someone. I mean, I'm pretty good with Dakota. I mean, I'm not saying I'm awesome or anything. I'm very intro and
familiar.
I'm very familiar with Dakota, and then it's really awesome to teach kids that, or just teach kids how to introduce themselves. Teach kids some core values. But yeah.
Clan Talk, it's literally like what we've been doing, you know. Just teach me what I got taught, and that's how to set up the camera, how to edit, how to do a podcast. Right now we're just, you know, entry level. So hey, pull up your camera on your phone. How do you take a video? You know, simple stuff. And then eventually we segue them to the, you know, how do you make a TikTok? Because I know that's a new thing nowadays, is making TikToks. And that gets you pretty far, I've seen, you know. So I kind of want those kids to learn things and, you know, kind of have a good time at the same time. You know, that's another thing, is like, you know, they come here after school. You know, right? Currently, this is our first session, and they come here after school, you know, exhausted, drained socially from, you know, being at school. And I knew what it was like to be at that age. And, you know, like, I'm like, hey, if you want to put your head down for a little bit, go ahead, take your time. You know, just come join the group whenever you're ready. And, you know, I feel like that goes a long way, especially whenever, like I said, you have a long day. And it's cool because we, like, hang out for, like, 30 minutes, you know, do icebreakers, have a good time, you know, smudge, you know, talk about each other's day, you know, like, truly, like, get to know these kids and want to actually be there for them. And, you know, I never had that growing up, especially coming from the Indian Center. Because I want to be that next thing, you know, because this is not our last time we'll be doing Clan Talk. Yeah. So for anybody out there that knows any youth, like Jonathan said, 12 to 19, wants to learn a little bit about technology, me and Jonathan would want to learn how to live stream maybe a video game. You know, I know there's a lot of video game people out there. Maybe give us a reason to learn how to live stream video games. You know, we'll bring our Xboxes in, play some video games with you guys, but on the job, because, you know, we're obviously working, but, you know, we're teaching them how to live stream at the same while. So we're just giving kids tools, you know, just give them tools of, like, how to do technology stuff. Like I said, you know, podcasts, interviews, live streams. As people have seen, Clan does live streams every week at Drum and Dance. It is pretty awesome just to be a part of that production.
Don't forget, cultural teachings. We teach cultural teachings here too. So
Yes.
then maybe that's something we do in the future. We get Rocky back over here. So Rocky makes room. You're awesome. Thank you so much for coming out and teaching the Chinchasha video with us. Thank you for letting us record you. Maybe we get Rocky over here. We do some Chinchasha teachings, or maybe we get Hope Flanagan over here. She does Chinchasha teachings too. Knick. Maybe we get some more people over. Or just, I mean,
like native role models.
yeah, you know, I mean, it's awesome. And then I don't know if you guys watched our older videos. Our past couple podcast videos were about native role models in the Twin Cities community that have had some experience with ATOD, so that's alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs. Their experiences, what they learned, or what they've gone through in their lives, and how they overcame it. And I really was really passionate about doing those videos, doing those interviews, just because I've seen a lot of I've been through a lot of scenarios or situations where I had loved ones under the addictions of alcohol, tobacco, and substance abuse. So it was really passionate for me to hear other people's stories and how they overcame it and what they've been through in their lives. So it's just really cool that that things that we do here in Clan. I mean, I feel really passionate about teaching language. Language revitalization is really important to me. I really want Dakota to be more out there, and same thing with Ojibwe. And then I really feel passionate about these youth, especially youth that live in, or just youth that are around the
Minneapolis.
Yeah, Minneapolis, the Twin Cities. Just because
we were one of them at one point.
Yeah, you know, we were one of them. And then I just look back when I was a kid. There was resources and everything, but I just don't remember anyone like me. You know,
like reach them out, get them over here.
Like just a young man that's just like really passionate and really wants to like be in kids' lives, because then it's cool too. Because all the kids that we have with Clan Talk right now, I know all their families, you know. I know their parents, I know all their brother, sister. It's just funny because I'm like, if some kids wants to be rugged, you know, I'm gonna call your mom, you know. I'm just kidding, but like
that, and the other side of that, you know what they're going through every day, you know, like you don't understand truly what they're going through, obviously, but you know, like a gist, like, oh yeah, you know, so and so's mom didn't come home this morning to, you know, give them breakfast or something, you know, and that goes a long way, you know, just like giving them some safe place to, you know, lay back and get to know each other. Like literally, like we have 2 students that didn't know they were neighbors, you know, and that was kind of cool because like, hey, you guys feel comfortable walking home today? Okay, you know, go ahead. And you know, it's cool because we just want to use our platform, the little platform we have. We just want to use it enough to get people, you know, get looked at, get noticed, you know, show how awesome our community is and how much better it's going to be one day. Love where we're at.
Hey, stay optimistic, you know, and then,
exactly.
And we can always, we can always look at bad things, but I'm a really optimistic person, and I just really like to look at good things, you know. And then, the kids are our future, you know. So when we're with them all day, or when we do see them, I personally really try to uplift them or make them feel good, you know, or just make them feel noticed. Like, hey, you guys are here. Let's hang out. Let's do something fun. Let's tell a joke. Let's watch a show. I don't know.
Like I see you.
I see you. Let's hang out, man. Let's have a good time. And then I think that's all the time we have for today. But hey, you got to learn a little bit more about me, Jonathan Buehlmann, and
Sonny Metcalf.
And then I'll catch you guys on our next episode. This is just more of like our kind of pilot little have funsies, trying to get used to setting up our equipment again. And we have a new building, renovated building.
Yep, we have a lot to talk about for the next podcast.
We have a whole brand new renovated building, and it's just we all new stuff going on. So we just want to kind of highlight all this stuff, and just wanted to get like a get to know you podcast with
Sonny Metcalf,
my boy over here. But alrighty. Well, hey, see you guys next time. Make sure you guys let's see. I don't know if this is going on Facebook. It's going on everything. So
follow us on Facebook.
Yep.
Like us and follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Let's see what else we got.
YouTube. So YouTube is
the huge one.
Yeah. It's a long name. I have it's so funny because I'll be telling some kids, because I was doing a survey for a little bit. I'll be like, all right, so follow us on YouTube. So it's a Native Culture Language Arts Network. Don't I put down the screen for you guys?
Right here.
Oh, somewhere over here.
Can you put it right here?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Explosions. But follow us on all of our social medias. I just want to say thank everyone for all the support, you know, I mean, all the people that come out to drum and dance, all the people that come to clan talk, all the people that come to our powwows. We didn't even get to talk about our powwows. That's maybe next episode. Maybe get Cheryl in here and we can talk about powwows. But our family fun nights, I just want to say thank you all for always all the support. And I just want to say thank you to Sonny. We got to finally get him on our podcast. Get to show his face and get to learn a little bit more about him. And then thank you all for supporting me and just for the kind words. I know a lot of people come up to me sometimes and be like, "Hey, Jonathan, how you doing, man? I see you a lot." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." I know. I try to always keep a smile and give good handshakes. But yeah. All right. Well, hey, see you guys, and then see you next time.
See ya.